Dear students, in the present syllabus, I will teach you a lesson from the text. Three questions. Three questions is a parable. The author is Leo Tolstoy. This parable has been taken from What Men Live By and Other Tales. What Men Live By, What Men Live By and Other Tales. What Men Live By and Other Tales. This is the source of the parable. The author is Leo Tolstoy. The setting is the place. In the setting, the place has been described as the kingdom of a certain jar and a wood in his kingdom. And time is medieval times, summer. Place. The kingdom of a certain jar, TSAR, jar. Jar is the title of a Russian ruler. The kingdom of a certain jar and the wood in his kingdom. This is the setting. And the time is medieval times, medieval, medieval times, summer season. This is the setting of the parable. And the characters, there are three characters: a certain jar, a hermit, and a bearded man. Jar, I have already told you that this is the title of a Russian ruler. And at the time of reading the story, you will go through the conflict. Here there are two conflicts: external conflict and the internal conflict. There is the external conflict between the jar and the bearded man, between the jar's three questions and the answers of the learned men. And there is the internal conflict also. This conflict prevails between the jar and the three questions and his three questions. So there are two conflicts. At the time of going through the parable, you will keep in mind that conflict is the soul of the parable in this lesson. The external conflict remains between the jar and the bearded man, and the jar's three questions and the answers of the learned man. That is the external conflict. An internal conflict is there between the jar and his three questions. I will discuss just after reading the story or completing the story. Now, here in this parable, you will see that three questions arose in the mind of a certain jar. The jar wanted to know the nature of appropriate counsel and action. Through the tale of a jar who wanted to know the nature of appropriate counsel and action. Leo Tolstoy reveals an radiating or illuminating notion or idea about the duties of man. In this story or parable means নীতিকথা, নীতিমূলক গল্প, parable. In this tale, you will also see that this simple tale is loaded with deep thoughts on the way human beings should conduct their actions. Here there are the duties of man. Man is born with some duties to perform in this world. However, before going through the parable, I will tell you something about Leo Tolstoy. Count Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy. This is the name. Count Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy was born in 1828 and died in 1910 in Russia. He is one of the greatest novelists in the history of world literature. Leo Tolstoy, Count Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy, better known as Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy wrote several novels and short stories. By profession, he was a soldier. His War and Peace and Anna Karenina are almost universally acknowledged as well as encompassing documents of human existence and supreme examples of realistic novel. Tolstoy is also considered a major religious and philosophic thinker. So students, you have seen that Leo Tolstoy was a soldier as well as an author. In this tale or in this parable, you will see three questions arose in the mind of the jar. Through the tale of a jar who wanted to know the nature of appropriate counsel and action, Tolstoy reveals an illuminating notion or idea about the duties of man, and this simple tale is loaded with deep thoughts on the way human beings should conduct their duties or actions. Now, I will tell you the theme of the parable in brief. The theme of the parable may be divided in two parts, primary and secondary. Living in present moment and doing good to others may be taken into account as the primary theme of this parable. Living in present or at the present moment, living in present moment and doing good to others. This is the primary theme of the parable. And the secondary theme of the parable or the story may be discussed in this way, that there are some values, universal values. The universal values like wisdom, knowledge, kindness, forgiveness, hard work, etc. Hard work, kindness, forgiveness, knowledge, wisdom may be taken into account as the universal values, and these universal values has to be taken into account as the secondary theme of the parable. Now, I hope you will take your textbook with you and open page at 54. Now start reading the story. It once occurred to a certain jar that if he always knew the right time to begin everything, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and whom to avoid, and above all, if he always knew what was the most important thing to do, he would never fail in anything he might undertake. It once occurred to a certain jar that is, if he always knew the right time to begin everything, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and whom to avoid. Avoid means evade or shun. Avoid or evade or shun. EVADE. Evade. EVADE or shun. 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 It once occurred to a certain jar. That is, 3 questions occurred to a certain jar. Jar, I have already told you that the jar is the title of a Russian ruler. Jar is the title of a Russian ruler. 3 questions came to the mind of a certain jar. What are the 3 questions? The first question of the jar was about the right time to begin everything. That is, if he always knew the right time to begin everything. That is the first question that came to the mind of the jar. The first question, what was the first question of the jar that came to the mind? The first question of the jar was about the right time to begin everything. That if he knew the right time to begin an action. And the second question, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and whom to avoid or evade or to shun. That is the second question. What is the second question? The second question was about the most necessary people. The second question was about the most necessary or most important persons whom to listen and whom to avoid. Above all, if he always knew what was the most important thing to do, what was the most important thing to do? That is, this is the third question. The third question of the jar was about the most important thing to do. That is the most important job, most important duty to perform. Here these were the 3 questions. The questions may be set from this first paragraph of the parable. Here the first paragraph of the story describes the 3 questions that came to the mind of the jar. the first question. What were the three questions? The three questions. The first question was about the right time to begin everything, appropriate time to begin everything, right time to begin everything. The first question was about the right time to begin everything. The second question was about the most important people. Most was about the most necessary, necessar, necessary or important. Necessary or important people. The second question was about the most necessary or important people, whom to listen or whom to avoid. And the third question was about the most important thing to do. Was about the most important thing. Most necessary or important thing, 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 most important thing to do. Most important thing to do. These were the questions that came to the mind of the jar. What happened? What would happen? He always knew. If he always knew these three questions beforehand, in advance, he would never fail in anything he might undertake. He would never fail in anything he might undertake. He might take charge of. Undertake means take charge of. He might take charge of. That is, he might take in hand to perform. He would always succeed in everything. He would always succeed in everything. If he knew in advance these three questions that came to the mind of the jar, he would always succeed in every respect on his way of life. This is the most important paragraph. And next, in the second paragraph, now come to the second paragraph. And this thought having occurred to him, he had it proclaimed throughout his kingdom. He had it proclaimed, that is, he had proclaimed it throughout his kingdom. This thought having occurred to him, that is, having occurred to him, this has been used as the nominative absolute in the simple formation. This thought having occurred to him, that is, this thought, what was about the thought? The thought was about the three questions. This thought having occurred to him, these questions having come to the mind of the jar, he had it proclaimed throughout his kingdom. Proclaimed means announced or declared officially. Announced or declared officially. ANNOUNCED. Announced or declared. DECLARED. Officially. 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 Declared officially, proclaimed officially throughout his kingdom that he would give a reward to anyone who would teach him what was the right time for every action and who were the most necessary people and how he might know what was the most important thing to do. That is, for whom did he declare the reward? He would like to provide the reward, give the reward he would like to give the reward to the persons who would satisfy him with the answers of the three questions that came to the mind of the jar. This is the point. When the three questions came to the mind of the jar, he was worried how he would know in advance the appropriate time or right time, the most necessary people and most necessary or most important job or action to do. What would happen? And then he was worried. Then he declared officially or announced officially a reward for the persons who would satisfy him with the answers of the three questions that came to the mind of the jar. And learned men came to the jar, but they all answered his questions differently. And learned men came to the jar, but they all answered his questions differently. Learned men, wise men came to the jar to satisfy him with the answers. Learned men came to the jar. Though learned men came to the jar, they all answered his questions differently. Men of learning came to the jar. Though learned men came to the jar, learned men came to the jar, they all answered his questions differently. Though learned men came to the jar, they all answered his questions differently. Here, this is the complex pattern of the sentence. Learned men came to the jar, but they all answered his questions differently. This is the compound formation of the sentence. And I have written the complex structure of the sentence. Though learned men came to the jar, they all answered his questions differently. They all gave answers to the questions in different ways. They gave answers to the jar, but they all gave answers, different answers to the questions that arose in the mind of the jar. In reply to the first question, some said that to know the right time for every action, one must draw up in advance a table of days, months and years, and must live strictly according to it. In reply to the first question, what was the first question? The first question was about the right time to begin everything. That is, how the jar would know the right time to begin an action. In reply to the first question, some of the learned men told that to know the right time for every action, one must draw up in advance a table of days, months and years. A table of days, that is the chart. A table of days, months and years. Table of days, months and year. Suppose this is the year 2021. This is the year. Month, August. Today, 27th August 26th August, 27th August, 28th August, 25, 24. In this way, a table of days, months and years will be drawn in advance. Suppose on 28, here some actions is to be performed. That is, he would supervise the kingdom. In this way, he will mark. So, he will have to draw up in advance a table of days, months and years, and must live strictly according to it. And he must follow the table of days, months and years strictly. Only thus, said they said, could everything be done at its proper time. Some learned opined that in this way, if the jar follows the table of months, years and days, then he would never fail in anything. This is the answer given by some learned men. Others declared that it was impossible to decide beforehand the right time for every action. Others declared that it was impossible to decide beforehand the right time for every action. Others declared there were the varieties of answers given by the learned men, and there were others who declared that it was impossible to decide beforehand. That is, they opposed. When the learned men suggested that if the jar followed the table of days, months and years, he would never fail in anything he would undertake. But others opposed. And according to their declaration that it was impossible to decide beforehand the right time for every action, but that not letting oneself be absorbed in idle pastime, not letting oneself be absorbed in idle pastimes. Idle pastimes means, now see, here decide beforehand means take decision in advance. They declared that it was impossible, it was not possible to take decision in advance to avoid any future disaster. It was not possible, according to their opinion, to take decision in advance to avoid any disaster, future disaster. The right time for every action, but that not letting oneself be absorbed in idle pastimes. Idle pastimes means slothful leisure activities. Slothful leisure activities. Idle pastimes. SLOTHFUL. Slothful leisure. LEISUL. Activities. ACTIVITIES. Slothful leisure activities. Slothful leisure activities. Idle pastimes. One should always attend to all that was going on. Alert. One should always be attentive to all that was going on. According to their opinion, one should be attentive. One should apply his mind every time to all. One should be attentive to all that was going on around him, and then do what was most needful, what was most required. Most needful means most required. REQUIRED. What was most required. So, to perform anything at the right time, if he applies his mind in anything at the right time, then he might be able to perform the thing at the right moment. This is according to their opinion. So other learned men opined that if one applies his mind to anything every time, or if he becomes alert or intent or observant in anything every time, then he may be able to perform anything at its proper moment. Then do what was most needful. Then he will easily select what is most needful. Others again said that, however attentive the jar might be to what was going on, others then opposed. They said that, however attentive the jar might be, what was going on. That is, they said that though the jar would be attentive in anything, what was going on, it was impossible for one man to decide correctly the right time for every action. It was not possible for one man to decide correctly the right time for every action. But that he should have a council of wise men. Here they suggested how the jar would be able to perform or decide correctly the right time for every action. Now they wanted to say how the jar would be able to perform everything or to decide correctly the right time for every action. They said that he should have a council of wise men. The jar should have a council of wise men. Council means a group of people chosen to give advice. Council means a group of people. Chosen, CHOACN. A group of people chosen to give advice. Mentors, advisor. Council.